What is up, guys?
It's your man Jay.
We're gonna talk for a little bit.
Hopefully I can get a good stream going here. YouTube has been acting really funny lately. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I've been having a lot of issues with the videos uploading and just a bunch of different things. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get a quick stream here. We're going to talk about the Pixel for sure, because that's just what we got to talk about right now. So let me get this chat popped open here. Shout out to everybody who was able to stop by for a second. Won't be long, but we're going to be long. No, we're not going to be long. Let's get this thing up. Let me check my audio real quick. Let's see here. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Audio sound good? Oh, it's an echo. Okay, I see it's down here. My bad. Audio should be good now. Yeah. Echo. Echo's gone? Yep. You good? All right, yeah. I'm testing out another source. Tell me if you guys can hear this right here. You can hear it. Is it real loud, or is it quiet like I need it? You hear it? Is it real loud, or is it quiet like I need it? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now, so you should hear that go away. Working on some different sources and things to do. I'm trying to mess around with OBS. So first off, I apologize for the quality of the stream, because it should be kind of crispy depending on what you're watching it on, but again, YouTube is giving me that unsupported resolution for some reason, and it's kicking me down to 480. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It just keeps. I've just been having a lot of problems with YouTube. For some reason, it's just bad. It won't let me get my stream the way I want it. It's just messing me over. So. It's in 480. Yeah. Again, I don't know what the deal is, man. It just refused to act right. Like this YouTube thing, it's refusing to act right. So, gotta apologize once again. I think this happened to a lot of people. It makes me not even want to use my DSLR to stream, because I want to give it to you guys as crispy as possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Technically T clean, yeah. So I appreciate everybody stopping by real quick. I'm streaming a little early today because there's a stream. I know Wired Wednesday is going to be going on, so I'm pretty sure tonight is the night that today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So yeah, today's Wednesday. What's going on, Tech Rant? I see you, man. I wanted to stream a little bit sooner because I know Tech Rant's probably going to be streaming, and Gigi and Eric and them, they're all going to be streaming, and it's probably going to be a lot of people streaming. So I wanted to go ahead and get a quick stream up, because I know you heard the news. If you're not in the Pixel Squad chat, you know what I'm saying, you should really head over there. Yeah, you know what, Gigi? I came by the stream. I have to sit quietly, though, because y'all be getting buck wild over there, boy. I was like, wow, they going in. So I just sit quietly and watch and observe all of the tech talk and all the other talk. I just kind of put my earplugs in, then I unplug them once y'all get done with that. Y'all, sometimes y'all real chill on Wednesdays, but man, sometimes y'all go hard, boy. Y'all go crazy with it. So I don't know. Let me check the audio. I see some people saying the audio is not synced. Yeah, I'm trying to. It's YouTube, man. I don't know what it is. YouTube is jacking me over for some reason. I don't know. Let me check the All right, now how's the sync now? For some reason the sync was, I don't know. It should be good now. Sync should be good now. Yeah, sync should be good now. For some reason, OBS and YouTube is today is just not the day, man. I don't know. I got OBS running. Ever since I've been trying OBS on something else, I'm trying to try some different stuff. YouTube keeps giving me all these errors, son. I don't know what it is. It just keeps giving me tons of errors. It won't let me stream in 1080p. I don't know what it is, man. But as long as it's crystal clear for you guys, because on my device, man, woo. On my device, man, it looks really, really clear. Like it's super clear. You wouldn't even think it was yeah, it's good. You wouldn't even think that was 480p. But man, let's talk. Let's talk because I know you guys have seen it. Again, if you're not in the Pixel Squad chat, you really should get over there and join that chat if you love Pixel devices and your team Pixel. Because so I dropped a video, and then an hour later, Google got on their Twitter and pretty much said, here you go. This is the device. Wait until you see what it can do. That's exactly what the tweet says. So, now that I said one of two things. I said, you know what? I said, this is going to be a prank. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a prank. It's going to be a prank, a good prank from Google, because they have like at least 4 months before they can even, before they even really have to do anything. They could do it tomorrow. They could drop a bombshell and drop that bad boy tomorrow. We don't know. They could just have a quick event and boom, drop it on everybody. But if you guys have not seen the new Pixel, supposedly Pixel 4, you just think about the rear of the supposedly upcoming iPhones with the 3 camera setup, the big square basically. Yeah, and it's that's what it's most likely looking like. That's what it's looking like. So personally, in my other video when I talked about the Pixel in the older devices and the 6P and all of those joints, we hated them. We did not like the way they looked, but once we got it in hand, we got over it. And if in fact this is it, I'm suspecting the same thing is going to happen. People are going to not like it because I saw some people saying, Apple should sue. I think that was a funny comment. Somebody in the comments said Apple should sue them. But Apple, they don't own the rights to that design. You know what I'm saying? So anyone can use, because if that's the case, they would have sued all the other Android OEMs who use the same design on the iPhone 10. So, even putting that aside, son, putting that aside, what do you think about it? Like, you think it's gonna, after you get past the design, what do you think they're gonna do different? Because they say in that tweet, they say, hey, this is wait till you see what it can do, is what they said. You know what I'm saying? They was like, wait until you see what it can do. So, I personally, it's like, I don't want to believe it until I get it in my hand. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to believe it until it's dropped on us and we're here and we got it in our hands and we're using it. That's where I'm at with it. Because I think I said that. What's going on? What's going on? Forbes Tech, Glenn, Bad News, Brown, Taylor, Tech Brown, all you guys, Frank, Tech. I'm not even gonna say it, man. Culture, all you guys, man. Sandy, Mark. It's a lot of you. The stream kind of loaded up faster than I wanted to. I was gonna call out some names and everything, but shout out to everybody who's just joining in. Before I get going, shout out to the replay crew for always stepping through on the replays. I appreciate the love. So, if in fact this is the up and coming Pixel, I really don't feel no type of way about it, I guess, man. There was actually like 3 or 4 different designs that I saw, and there was one where it actually looked more like, where's my Pixel? It looked more like this design, but it just had a different front. You know what I'm saying? It was different on the front, but it pretty much had this design. And it also had like the 4 cameras in the back or something like that, and it had like 2 up here. It's all these different designs that have somewhat leaked onto the internet. But like I said in the other video, all of the so-called moles and mock-ups and things that I've gotten from case manufacturers pretty much have been accurate as to what the device is going to be shaped like, at least, or look like on the exterior. So if in fact this is if in fact this is the Pixel. So now we can do about it. I can go on record and say, from what I can see, if I can deal with this design, if I can get used to this design, I can pretty much get used to anything. Like the cutout on the top. If I can get used to this phone right here, I can get used to any other phone pretty much. And the 6P, if I can get used to that phone, pretty much can rock with any other phone. I just feel like, now I'm not saying that I'm in total agreement. You know what I'm saying? You know how I am. Before I get a phone, sometimes I always jump out there and be like, blah, blah, blah. Because I did that with this phone and I ate my words. I was like, man, the processor don't even matter, son. It's a champ. And I suspect that with this upcoming device called the Pixel 4 or Pixel 4 XL, it's a couple of things are for certain here. And I said it in another video, it's going to be a hit. It's going to be a hit. There's absolutely no way that it won't be a hit. It's a Pixel. Most Pixel devices are hits. Ever since the second Pixel, they've done good by the device as far as taking care of the problems, software updates. The design, kind of wish it would change a little bit. Like that two-tone look. You know what I'm saying? They could probably do something a little different than that. But if they don't, at least let them bring some killer software. You know what I'm saying? Some major changes to the software. And make sure they keep the cameras where they are. You know what I'm saying? Don't skimp on the cameras, because they didn't do it on the 3A line. So there's no way they can do it on the new Pixel 4 line. So let me look at some comments real quick. Got some comments. I see some people coming in. What's going on? 10-minute tech. I see you guys. Craig, all you guys. I don't know. I've always been saying some flashes. Oh man, Kenny, it's like 100 degrees outside. And you know what? I've been actually, I found the Mi 9 for the 377. I still haven't copped it yet. The reason I haven't picked up the Mi 9 yet is because the OnePlus 7, not the Pro, the 7 was only like I think $100 more. And but I know the Mi 9. I always buy Xiaomi devices. Always buy Xiaomi devices. GG. Been supporting them for years. And I know the problem is, the thing is, I know the Mi 9 is going to be really, really good. It's almost like I won't find many flaws in it. Like, I mean, I'd be nitpicking that phone possibly, because I know it's going to be good, because I have a ton of Xiaomi devices and they're all solid, especially for the price. But Xiaomi, man, people slept on Xiaomi, but I have been telling people a long time ago, like, you gotta, they was comparing, like, oh, you can't put it against an iPhone. Sure you can. That phone is a fraction of the cost of most of the phones in the US, and they perform better. Even with the Xiaomi software, you don't really have to change it out. It's really, really solid. So that's the only reason that I have not picked up the Mi 9. I was actually checking out the 9T, because the 9T actually I saw it for like $430, but it's not ready to sell yet. So I thought about that. But the bands, like Gigi is saying, some of the bands are not there on the Xiaomi Mi 9T. But the Mi 9 has the bands so you can operate safely in the US. That 9T it looks amazing, man. It just doesn't have enough bands to say. It's got band 4, I believe. It's just got one secure LTE band. Then it's got one 3G band. So I'd be floating. I'd be taking a huge risk on that one, even though it's only $400. But the Mi 9, it's operating safely in the US. It's got all of the bands that you need, and that's going to be a hit. So I really considered, dropping that Mi 9, go ahead and getting that. I mean, I could get the Mi 9 and the OnePlus 7, but I just don't like to have all these devices sitting around. It's hard to keep up with a review for each one, because I want to give each phone about 30 days of consistent use. And this is how I do it. But the Mi 9 is possibly next, or the OnePlus 7 is possibly next. But the Sony Xperia 1 is definitely coming somewhere. I'm just trying to wait it out. Am I still hyped for the Note 10? Yeah. I'm cool with the Note 10. Again, some of these other phones they've already taken away the headphone jack on pretty much all the phones that I have. So, a phone not having a headphone jack, even though I think it's essential, and I think it's something that should be on a phone, especially if the phone costs more than like $200. it's no reason not to add a headphone jack. There's absolutely no reason for phones not to have a headphone jack. OEMs can sell it to us any way they want to. There's absolutely no reason why phones should not have headphone jacks. Just no reason at all. Nah. Yeah, the Mi 9 gets full LTE and everything, man. Nah, that's a hot phone right there. TK, yo, you know what? Techzilla already got it, man, and I found it a little bit lower. I found it for like $8.99 again, but it's not at that cat in Houston, so I could get it with no tax and everything. But I'm still trying to wait it out because I'd hate to buy it and then as soon as I buy it, boom, it drops again to $7.99. That's what happened with my Galaxy Note 9, man. I was pretty perturbed about that because I paid the $1,000 price tag and then all of a sudden it drops to $7.99. I was like, whoa. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a chance you take by jumping out there first. Yeah, Craig, man, there's a ton of phones out there. Like, the industry now is so good and saturated in a positive way that you have a lot of options, man. You got a lot of options. And to be frank, man, to be honest, when it comes to, and you might say, well, Jay, you're taking a shot at yourself, but I don't think so. I'm just keeping it honest with you. When it comes to buying cell phones and watching reviews, let me hook up my external power pack. Hold on. Camera gonna go out for just a second. Gotta hook up the external power. I forgot about it. I'm running on battery power right now. Hold on. I'm still here, just hooking up the battery. There you go. Should be back now. Alright. There we go. My bad. I forgot. I looked up and I was like, oh snap, I'm on. I was actually taking my batteries off the charger. I got a lot of batteries. And I looked up like, oh snap, I'm on battery power. But yeah, man, what I was going to say was, when it comes to YouTube reviews, folks, I wouldn't take us too serious. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't take the YouTube reviewer's point of view as the final word. And so when you see like a reviewer saying that a phone is trash, I've covered this and I've said this, and I'm not trying to say I'm right. I'm just saying most of the time when I see people saying phones are bad, it's almost like you want to say you forgot where you came from. Because do you remember how phones used to be? Those phones used to be bad. And granted, there are a lot of phones out there that drop that are not good. You know, it's not that they're not good; they're just not for me. So, you know, I limit myself on when something is just really, I'm saying it's trash, because I think there's a phone out there for everybody. But the market now is so saturated with good phones, which we should be happy about. Like, I saw some people saying, I saw a few reviewers saying that the Xperia line was trash, and I was like, huh? I've said it before, man. I've said it before. I'm not trying to say, you know, hey, you know, this is the right answer, but I'm telling you. You said the audio's out of sync again? Let me check it out. Hold on. Audio's out of sync? No, it's good. That's you, player. That's you, whoever that is. That's you. I just checked it out. It's good. Anyway, I've said it before. Yeah, it is personal preference, Taylor. I believe it's personal preference. But I've said it a million times. 21 by 9 is probably where the industry is going, son. And I've heard people say that. The Xperia line is trash, and I'm thinking, how's that? I mean, some people might not be used to change, or some people don't want to see change. But reality is, people talk bad about the iPhone when it first dropped. Oh, they took away the headphone jack, they took away the fingerprint reader. But eventually, you kind of form around what's happening. You know what I'm saying? You form around what's happening in the industry, and you go with it. And I truly believe that the 21 by 9 aspect ratio, as much as people hate this design right here, I think this is where a lot of phones are going to go. They're gonna go this way. And always the companies that pave the way, they don't get the credit for it. It's always, the trial and error comes along, you know what I'm saying, and the companies drop the ball. But I don't personally think that the Xperia line is trash. Not because I favor Sony or anything like that. I just feel like it's not trash. I think it's actually a pretty good option for a lot of people. Now, well, I think they should be priced a little bit lower. I do agree there. But the product, the pricing of a phone shouldn't determine whether it's actually a good product or not. I don't think that's possible. If something is good, case in point, got to make this point again, the Essential phone. Everybody called that phone trash when it was marked out to $900. Everybody called the Galaxy M Fold, the Axon M. Everybody said that phone was trash pretty much, and they're just looking at the price, and it was an exclusive deal. But as soon as the Essential phone dropped, everybody ran out and got it. All the reviewers came back, all the companies came back, all the OEMs came back, and all of a sudden Essential became the comeback kid. Now, you can use the same example with the Axon M. As many people as I've told that the Axon M was good, there's a few people out there that still say it's bad, but those people haven't tried the phone. They're just looking at what it is. Or if one person or two people say it's not good, they run with that. Well, believe what you want to believe. That's fine. But the Axon M was a phone, like many other phones, that gets trashed because of the price, and that doesn't make it a bad phone. But all of a sudden, when the phone drops in price, it's really, really hot. And that happens to a lot of phones, and that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at some of your comments. I got the laptop down here, so I'm looking at your comments. How do you feel about the Huawei P and the Mate lines? If you don't know, I think the Huawei lineup is much better than the S line. For one, it costs less, and it appears that you're getting. Okay, so let's do it like this: the Mate 20X blows away all of the Galaxy S line. How about that? The Mate 20X destroys the Galaxy S line. Cameras, screen, to me, after hands-on time with them, the Mate 20X destroys it. You know what I'm saying? The P30 line. Never used the P30, but I've been following some people that actually do have it, and just based on what they show, it's the hotness, man. It's so much better. Now, that's not to say that the Galaxy Note line and the S line are bad, because somebody always say, it's personal preference. Some things are personal preference, but you'll never be able to say it's personal preference about the Pixel cameras. These are straight up fact that these are some banging cameras. That's not about personal preference. So you can only put so much emotion and things like that and personal preference in there. However, the Mate 20X, a lot of people have never experienced that phone, so they might say, "Oh, it's too big." I'm like, "No, it's not too big. Oh, the screen's only 1080." You know what I'm saying? Things like the cameras are just ridiculous. That whole phone is one of those complete packages, man. Just like the G8. The G8 is another phone that I consider to be somewhat of a complete package because, I said somewhat of a complete package because it might have a few downfalls here and there, but overall, we're running at about 95% happiness with that phone. I haven't seen hardly any one reviewer trash the G8. I haven't seen it yet. Now, on the flip side of that, they also don't give it praise either. It's kind of like LG gets bumped to the side, and it's like reviewers don't want to give it the respect it deserves, right? But at the same time, they're just saying it's just okay. You ever heard that before? Nothing stands out about it. Well, nothing stands out about all these other phones? What stands out about a Pixel or a Samsung over the G8? It's all the same design pretty much, but you get a different looking camera. The front may look a little different. But I don't understand that statement, man. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Yeah, if you want to research the band, she's on the right one. Yeah. Yeah, the G8 is a great phone. And some people even said that the G8 is not a flagship. Huh? What? I don't understand this. How is that possible? It's got all the markings of other flagships, but it's like people got something against HTC. They got something against LG. Sometimes when the media talks, people believe it and they just fall into it and they stay with it. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. You're gonna have to adapt to your own behaviors when it comes to these cell phones and pretty much figure it out for yourself. Going back to what I was saying earlier, you don't want to believe everything that reviewers say, and I throw myself in there too. Don't believe everything I say. one of the biggest controversies on this channel, one of many. I've had a lot of situations where people felt like I was wrong, and some people have come right out and say, "Yo, Jay, you wrong." I'm like, "All right, son, I'll be wrong, but you don't got as many phones as I got. You don't review phones. You just watch people review phones, and having so much hands-on time." The OnePlus 7 Pro is a phone that I might bring in, but I'm really excited about the 7. Some people are so mad about my feelings on the OnePlus 7 Pro. They're like, "Oh, you should just move on. It's clear you don't like the phone." No, that's not the case. I like the phone, but it just wasn't worth it to me. It didn't fit. Something about it just didn't fit. People are still raving about this 90 hertz screen and all this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, you just got sold on that for what they told you. How could you not? I would take one of Samsung displays over the OnePlus 7 Pro. That's just me. The Samsung display is vibrant, punchy. It just looks really, really good, son. But that's just me. And seeing as though I've reviewed so many phones, I'll never find the perfect phone. So I'm hoping that the Sony Xperia 1 does it for me. So it'll become my main driver, and I can start using just that one tester sim. You know what I'm saying? And just keep that joint right there. Appreciate the super chat, Philly. I'll see you. But again, it's all preference. But at the same time, you got to draw the line somewhere. And I just think when I tell you guys, man, for you guys that follow reviewers, some things you can't debate. You know what I'm saying? Like if a reviewer is putting two cameras next to each other, you can't debate it. Like you can, but those are one of the few times where I sometimes believe the majority, especially if I'm watching. Or like if a video is super shaky, the obvious we can point out, but some things are just not debatable, and that's just what it is. At least that's the way I see it. Some things it's just going to be that way. If everyone's liking it, that doesn't mean the people that don't like it are wrong. Yeah, OnePlus fans, they don't like it that I don't put the OnePlus at the top of the list. Some people say they're the bang for the buck. I don't think so. I think the G8 is a much better purchase than the. I think the G8 is a much better purchase than the OnePlus 7 Pro. They got the same internals pretty much. What are you missing? A 90 hertz screen, plus you get an SD card and a headphone jack. And personally, you get better cameras. That's just personally. You wrong. yeah. I was definitely wrong about this phone right here, because before this phone came out, I was like, man, a 670 processor, what is Google doing? And then lo and behold, Google sent me one, and I was like on hush mouth. Not because they gave me the phone, because when they sent me this Pixel 3, I lit it up. I called out everything I could possibly call out bad about it. But reality is, this phone fixed everything about this phone pretty much. For me, it was a lot that was. This phone didn't do the first go around. It got fixed over time. This one came out of the box like a champ. That's what it is. Eden came. What's up, E? What's going on? Yeah, man. I feel like the review thing, man. I see a lot of Axon 10. Let me comment on this. Michael Pierce, what's up? Axon 10 Pro. I don't really have a comment on that, man. True story. I was gonna get one of those, but once I saw that it works on. I think I've seen that phone in person. I went to an event and I saw the phone in person, and it's a hot phone. But I've started to use Drift FX 1, something like that. What's going on? I've started to use one phone as somewhat of a benchmark. All right. So since the industry likes to the industry likes to put flagship and mid-range, I'm telling you, I don't take this back. I think this is a flagship killer, because there's so much it does the same as phones that cost twice the price, even 3 times the cost. What's the justification for the paying 2 times more? That's where I'm at. So phones like this are flagship killers. Now, one phone that I really benchmark every other flagship against is the G8. Namely because of price. It costs less than a lot of the flagships out there, pretty much, except for the Xiaomi line. It doesn't cost less than the Xiaomi line, and the Xiaomi line is really, really solid. That Mi 9, solid. The Mi 8, all of those are solid. So that's probably one phone that I could use as a benchmark if I had it here long enough. So I might grab it. However, the G8 is a good starting point for me when I'm trying to figure out how much I like another phone or how much better a phone is than this other phone. So if a phone doesn't do a lot of things better than the G8 and the G8 costs less and it's got the same internals and things like that, what's the point? That's how the OnePlus kind of, and that's the reason I got rid of my S10e. The S10e costs more than my G8, and I felt like the G8 did better at a lot of things. Now, where the S10e I really liked it, just the S10 line period. The S10 has 4K recording on the front camera, and oh man, I love that, man. I love that. I mean, I now have a DSLR with 4K, but still, man. Yeah, TK. She said TK trying to sell a phone now. Yo, I've been down with Xiaomi since I don't know how long. I was pushing Xiaomi a long time ago, even when nobody in the U.S. really pushed hard for them. I kept telling people these are much better purchases, and the more and more Xiaomi got on board with bringing out the right products, their prices pretty much stayed the same. So I wouldn't be shocked if the Mi 9 could take down my G8. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? It costs $200 less, and it's might have a better setup and cameras. I'm not sure yet, though. I have to test it out for myself. I appreciate the super chat. Alpha Prime, the G8 grows on you more and more using. Yeah, the G8 is a champ, man. It's a good size. Vinny, I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, so I don't know why LG. I don't know why they get the short end of the stick all the time, man. Appreciate it, Vinny. Appreciate the super chat. So I know it tells you. Oh yeah. I was rocking with the Mi Max 2 back then too. I've had so many Xiaomi phones, man. I still got a bunch of them down here. I got some brand new in the box, man. Like I got duplicates or whatever. Yeah. What are my thoughts on the Razer phone? I've already covered that, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you should subscribe. You can go check that out and Google it, man. It's an alright phone. It was a catch and release for me though, so I don't want to spoil it for you, but go check it out. Yeah. What can the Pixel 4 do to separate itself from the Pixel A line? Well, I think one thing they would have to do is definitely see. When I said it in another video, I said they might need to bring a 4K display. A lot of people are like, you don't need no 4K display. What's wrong with having a 4K display on a phone? We've got 4K now is becoming a little bit more accessible. We may not have 4K TV yet, like regular stations in 4K, but don't you think that's coming? I mean, but reality is most TVs, 480p is actually considered DVD quality. You know what I'm saying? 480p is considered standard DVD quality. However, the 720p is what a lot of people use for TV. 1080p and 720p is all we're at right now. 1080p-i too. There's a lot of 1080p-i out there on regular TV. At least where I'm at, I can turn on the TV and get HD channels, and it's 1080p. I still feel like putting a 4K display on a phone. Why does that sound so far-fetched? I don't get why people say, I don't understand. Why you want a 4K display. Well, I think I said it in the other video, son. If Sony could do it for less than the cost, if they can do it for $500 to $800 less than phones with the same internals, why can't the other OEMs do it? You can't keep saying, no, it can't be done. It can't be done. It can't be done. Remember that developer? He got clowned, didn't he? I bet he wish he had never done that. Remember that, y'all? Developer. Apple came along and shut him down. You don't hear nothing from him no more now. But you should be able to put a 4K display on any phone that costs more than $700. And I'm raising the bar a little higher. You know what I'm saying? But what's wrong with Google putting a 4K display? Because see, I probably wouldn't have any complaints at that point. If Google were to come out with a 4K display on the next device, and then they sell it for $7, $8.99, I don't think I would complain at all. Because you don't hear me complaining about the Sony device. You don't hear me saying nothing. When it was $1,000, I was like, you know what? I'll pay it. I was like, I'll pay it. But then the actual release come along and it's $950, and now I'm seeing them online for $900. I'm just trying to wait it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wait it out because I'm really looking for that almost complete I know it's no such thing as a future-proof phone. If you think when people say phones are future-proof, I just kind of laugh at that. Not no disrespect, but you got to be kidding if you think phones are going to become future-proof. Technology changes like what, every week? You see something new every few days. So how could a phone be future-proof, man? When I hear people saying that the OnePlus 7 Pro is future-proof, why? Because it has 12 gigs of RAM and a 90 hertz display. Just for the record, they weren't the first person to do a 90 hertz display, and they're not the only phone to have a 90 hertz display. They just did it in the US. Phones overseas blow all these phones away in the US by a long shot. Make a brother want to move to China or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I would have every new phone. I'll probably be considered rich over there. I would have so many phones living over there, man. It would be unreal. Most of the phones that are coming from over there cost way less than what they're offering us here. And even Samsung has their A line. You know what I'm saying? Mess around and move to China. Even Samsung has their A line, which competes directly with their S line in the US. But you already know, so it costs like $300 to $500 less. And some of those phones are good. Better than the so-called flagships over here in the US. One thing I give OnePlus credit for. Dang, there are people getting in time out. That's what's up. One thing I give OnePlus credit for. They made 1080p displays. They didn't make it a thing again. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make it a thing again. But they let us know, hey, if you rock with a 1080p display, at least it could be really, really good, son. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did for us. And the problem is, what's up, Ron C? I see you. The problem is Samsung actually has fantastic 720p Super AMOLED displays, but they just kind of dropped them off to the side. It's like they put them over in that Galaxy A line. You know what I'm saying? So Samsung actually has great phones, but they just won't do it. All right, so Johan DS says OnePlus 7 Pro is future-proof because the fan base has traveled to the future, shoving the front camera. Oh my God. Oh man. Okay, I was reading it. I didn't see the end of it, but okay. Man, appreciate it, Jacob, man, on that cam link. Man, this guy's still on this Razer phone too? Yeah, man. I mean, I've covered the Razer phone too. It's okay. It didn't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Jabari Gray says too many big dogs in the mid range offering better equipment except for cameras versus the pixel range. I partially agree, because again, the only way those phones are considered bad is because they're not in the US. So there are a ton of phones, once again, that blow the mid-range phones overseas look like flagships compared to our phones, man. They're so much better. Just go look up Xiaomi, man. Go look up Vivo. They have fantastic phones, son. They got some fantastic phones. Yeah. Check out your comments, man. What do I think about 5G? I don't. You know what I'm saying? 5G is not going to be implemented like for what, you know what I'm saying, we think it is. We're just thinking about the cell phone side. But 5G is so much bigger than that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to wait it out. Just sit on the sidelines when it comes to that 5G. I'm in no hurry to get a 5G phone because right now we're supposed to be on 4G, and the most I can get is like maybe 80 to no more than 100 in my house. You know what I'm saying? Even outside, the most I've gotten was maybe 100, maybe a little over 100. And look at the prices that we're paying. Meanwhile, carriers are saying that, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to still keep the same pricing and get 5G speeds. Now, Verizon jumped the gun. Verizon likes to jump out there sometimes with exclusive deals. They got the exclusive joint with Samsung. How many people in this stream bought the Galaxy S10 5G? Let me see you. I didn't, but raise a hand if you bought the 5G Galaxy S10. Yeah. I'm waiting. I want to see who bought that phone. No one. Even this is why you shouldn't be too hyped to run out and buy a 5G phone. No one. Also, the V50 is another 5G phone. Who bought the V50? That's accessible to right now to the consumers. Who bought the V50? Anybody ordered the V50? Silence. Anybody bought the anybody bought the V50? I'm curious, son. Exactly. What's this guy name? Alpha Prime. Where would you use it? Where would you use it? I'm saying because 5G isn't anyway. So this is why it's silly for. Oh man, somebody get rid of. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Jess Wallace. You can go and kick that person out if you want to. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. But yeah, it's crazy how people got so pumped about 5G, and we don't even have 5G everywhere. I think Easy been trying to buy the V50. Okay, Easy got the LG hookup now. I had the LG hookup from like the G2 all the way to the G6. Boom, here come Easy, bam. You know what I'm saying? He takes over. He take my rank. He take my title. He was like, Jay, I'm taking this LG hookup. He got my LG hookup. Now, they won't even give it to him. I've been following his channel, his tweets, everything. They won't even give it to him. He's like, well, why can't I get it? I try to buy it. Nah, he can't even get it. He got the LG hookup right now. He got that LG PR team. You know what I'm saying? They won't give it to him. Where's he going to use it at? Where's he going to use it? He can't use it nowhere. 5G isn't everywhere. We're barely holding on to 4G. Most of us can't. I don't even have good. If I didn't have like that, you know how to get the little towers. I have like a little tower in the other room over there, and that's the reason that I'm getting like these 50 to 80 in my house. Other than that, man, I was getting like 0.0. Anybody remember that? I was getting like 0.0222. It was crazy. So the speeds is ridiculous. Calls was bad. Everything. You know what I'm saying? That's going to depend on your carrier. But where I'm at. Actually, AT&T is probably one of the strongest carriers where I'm at. T-Mobile is better for data speeds. Now let's be clear on this. T-Mobile is got the fastest data speeds. However, for phone calls every now and then, I got to use Wi-Fi calling or not. I used to, but not now. But I used to have to use a lot of Wi-Fi calling. But since I got the little tower, I'm good with T-Mobile across the board. So they're like number one everywhere just about now. But I still prefer AT&T for a mixed bag. You know what I'm saying? I can use Cricket right now and get great service where I'm at. Like speeds, voice calls, everything. 100. I've been with T-Mobile. This will be my 25th year. I was with them before they was T-Mobile. Voice Stream, and anybody know the name of them before that? Anybody know what they were called before Voice Stream? I bet you don't. But anyway, leave that comment down below. But appreciate the super chat down there with Tech King Mike. 5G shouldn't even be a thing until Sprint gets 4G. That's real talk though. We can't even master 4G, and we're trying to move everybody along to 5G. That's just what it is. AT&T, Cricket, all of those, they are good, son. They are really, really good here. But unfortunately, they cost twice as much as T-Mobile. And when I travel, I always have an AT&T SIM card on me and my Project Fi. What a Project Fi crew at, man. Shout out to Project Fi. If I ain't have Project Fi, I don't know what I would do, man. That it helps a lot. And also, where I live at, Sprint is like top notch, son. There are Sprint stores everywhere where I live at, and their service is top notch. I mean, it is what it is. I used to have Sprint, and when I first had their 4G, well, I had Sprint for many years, but right before I canceled my account, I was getting like, I'll be driving down the street getting like 90. I'm driving like 75 miles an hour on the highway, and I'm getting like 90 megabits down. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's good speed. But unfortunately, Sprint is like a horse that got shot like 5 times, you know what I'm saying? Sprint is like Tupac, man. Going down eventually. Got shot, got back up, got shot. 50 Cent. 50 Cent is probably, that rapper 50 Cent, he got shot like a bunch of times, right? That's probably, that might be T-Mobile. Because they got beat down over the years. They was like in bottom place. They rose up. You know what I'm saying? They rose up. Now they like top dog. I'm not saying, I don't listen to the guy 50 Cent. But I'm just saying, I know he's popular now. And he came back from all them gunshot wounds. I didn't see that movie. What's that movie he did? The one that was talking about like him getting shot or whatever. That's an old movie. I saw a long time ago. Shout out to the super chat for James, man. Rocking with you. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, these carriers, service is always going to be bad and not across the board good. So there, even though T-Mobile has these like the lowest price points, like true story, a fact right here. I have T-Mobile, and my plan is $100 for $110 for 6 lines, unlimited. That's because it's my military. I was in the military, so they give me my phone lines, $110. I got 6 lines, unlimited, no tax, no nothing, straight up and down. $110. I'm in there. That's a fantastic deal, folks. So I can live without I can live without having the fastest or the best phone calls every now and then. But they hooked it up and gave me that tower. You know what I'm saying? No cost. Oh, Mr. Williams, you've been with us for many years. Here's a tower. And they hooked it up. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like across the board. I got 6 lines and I pay $110, folks. No tax, no nothing. And it's unlimited speeds. Like, I think the majority of the people, I've done this before. Hey, Brad, appreciate the super chat, Brad. I've done this before. How many people, tell me who you have. Appreciate it, Brad. That's love. How many people in here have T-Mobile? And I'm going to go down the line for the carriers. But first, I want to see who has T-Mobile. I'll get to the other carriers. So don't put your carrier in there if you don't have T-Mobile. If you have Metro PCS or T-Mobile, drop that in there right now. I want to see how many people got it. Just those two right now. I want to see who has T-Mobile and who has Metro. Yes, here they come. They're coming in. T-Mobile used to get look at that. Even T-Mobile prepaid is rolling. I used to have T-Mobile prepaid. See, boom, look, T-Mobile. They've definitely was like the comeback kid. You know what I'm saying? They came back and hit hard. You know what I mean? Hey, I appreciate it, Craig. Yeah, I put in work years ago, man. I put in work for real. That's the past, though, all right? I'm doing another thing now. Serving my man, JC. T-Mobile, on and popping, man. T-Mobile is running this. They've come, like Night Rain just said, they've come a long way. They've come a long way, son. They've come so far. Their service is good, like 95% of the places that I go. I'm getting ready to leave again. Oh, I'm going to be out of town, so, probably won't be no videos going up, you know what I'm saying, for the next 5 days or so, I don't know. My bad. I still didn't turn that feature off. So I might be gone for a little bit, but, no sweat. I don't think I'm going to be on social media either. Got things going on. I'm going to do my travel thing. But I travel a lot, man. I travel a lot. Sometimes I'm gone and videos are going live. I'm not even here, man. I'm in another state somewhere. But when I travel with T-Mobile, when I'm heading through, T-Mobile drops out for me when I'm heading, so anybody who travels, that strip that takes you from Alabama to Destin, Florida, that little part it's like a little short area that takes you around to get to Destin, Florida, to get to Florida, period, that other side. That little area right there, that little open field area right there, I lose T-Mobile. So, and it's not even that. It's like, it's not even like a dead area, but for some reason, we just drop out on T-Mobile in that area when we going through around Alabama and going into Florida. We just drop out. We drop out. And and then it comes back. So who in here has Verizon? Who's got Verizon? I canceled my Verizon account. You see I got new glasses, y'all? Y'all check the new glasses? What's up? Who saw the new glasses? Anybody see the new glasses? Y'all ain't see the new glasses, man. They comfortable, son. Who got Verizon? Oh, there go. Okay, Tails B, man. I didn't know you have Verizon. Well, as a matter of fact, everybody said what's up to Tails B. I didn't even see him here. The stream was going kind of fast, Tails. He's been around for a minute, so he got okay. So a lot of Verizon people in here. Okay, I mean it's only like 200. It's just a little under 200 people in here, so pretty much a lot of people got T-Mobile. Verizon was good, man. Verizon was good, but okay. So SBB40, she got Verizon. She been rocking hard with me lately. I appreciate it. Everybody give her some love, man. I'm starting to notice her more on the channel, man. I'll see you. Okay. So a few Verizon. Who got AT&T and Cricket? Yeah, man, Donald, say it again. Verizon prices are out of control. Unless you own those grandfather plans, out of control, son. Who got AT&T and Cricket? I got them too. I got T-Mobile, AT&T, Cricket, and I also have Project Fi. I canceled my Sprint and I canceled my Verizon. Okay, so it seems like it's a pretty mixed bag in here right now. AT&T, Cricket, yeah, okay, so y'all in here, man. I should have been taking the tally, man. AT&T, okay, here's the thing. AT&T and Verizon are flat out expensive, son. There's no getting around. Them fools are expensive. They are robbing folks, man. And for me, I canceled my Verizon because I didn't have service in my office. Not this office. When I was still an executive, I didn't have service in my office. And that leads me to the next point. Who has Sprint? Because Sprint is who was dominating our building back in the day when I was an executive. So Sprint they're solid around here, but they cost less than AT&T and Verizon. But for some reason, they're getting pushed aside. Sprint is like LG and HT&C. Everybody just kick them off to the side. Nobody give them no credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody got Sprint? Sprint. Okay. Miss Lala. Everybody say what's up to Miss Lala. What's up, Miss Lala? I see you. Representing Sprint. Travis just canceled Sprint. Good riddance. Sprint was charging me. Kenny himself says, Sprint was charging me too much, so I switched to T-Mobile. I've been with T-Mobile for about 2 years now. Respect. T-Mobile in the house. I had T-Mobile, but it kept Miss LSBB40 says she had T-Mobile, but it just kept dropping calls and wasn't getting text messages. So respect. It doesn't work for everybody. They're not everywhere. Sprint just gets a bad rap, man. Sprint gets a bad rap. Around here though, Sprint is good, man. They're really good. Tails B said he actually switched to Verizon because he wasn't getting service in his office with T-Mobile. Oh man, what are the chances of that? When I was in my office, I couldn't get service with Verizon, man. That's crazy. Sprint for work. Now the reason that people have Sprint for work is, for one, it's still CDMA and it's digital, so you can reach you'll get a much better phone call. Verizon phone calls, they're okay when I can get one when I had it, but Sprint service had fast LTE and it never cut out on me when I traveled. And then also the phone calls were crystal clear. I'm not going to take nothing away from, even though they're getting a bad rap right now, Sprint phone calls when I traveled with them, and it was just clear. You know what I'm saying? Our company still uses Sprint for a lot of things, but they're switching over to AT&T, I believe. But it's still really, really clear. It's clear. I'm in the ATX right now, man, but I'm originally from Jersey. Just Wallace, I've heard that Sprint and Verizon are actually pretty good up around New York. I've never taken when I go to Jersey or New York, I've never taken a Sprint phone. Well, one time I did. I retract that. And the Sprint service was banging. But I've heard that Verizon is really good up around Chicago, Philly, Jersey, New York. And Sprint is too. Down in Times Square, man. I heard it's really, really good. Yeah, TK. When you couldn't do voice over LTE, people got them. They got them. They hit them hard. LeBaron said it best, man. T-Mobile is legit, but T-Mobile wasn't always legit, man. I've had T-Mobile so long. I remember when they used to charge for text messaging plans. Remember that? You get 300 text messages for I think $10 or something. But that's when text messaging was just taking off. I want to do an age check real quick. I want to do an age check, a cell phone age check. Anybody know what that is? Check this out. Do you remember? Yes, they used to be trash. Cell phone, smartphone age check. Now, I've been around since before smartphones. I've been around since before pages. But do you remember when Nokia used to run the smartphone game and you can buy all the little parts to take it off and make your phone clear, put the lights in it? Who remember that? That was what, 1990 or something like that? That was around 90, 91, 90, 91, 92, 93, and 94, I believe. That's when Nokia, remember? Let's see how old you are with that, if you remember that. Yep. You could take apart, put the flashing antenna on it. Yo, let me tell you something, B. That was fire right there, son. That was fire. That was the thing right there. Shout out to SBB40 showing love. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, that was fire right. You couldn't sleep on that, man. The flashing antenna, you can take the whole thing off and make the whole phone look a different color. Remember that? You put the light, you can buy the board. When you think about it, folks, we were all doing, I mean, I've always been a techie, but you think about how we were doing that back then, and look at how arrogant we are now. Just because technology is moving this way and it's looking pretty good, but think about those prices, how they charging us too, son. Look how arrogant we've become when it comes to technology. Now, everybody in here who remembers that, doggone what, you thought you had the hottest phone ever. And that was after Motorola came. Remember? Okay, I had a phone. I had the bag. I had the Motorola bag. Who had the bag? Anybody had a bag? I had the bag. My mama bought one in middle school. I had it to sell every week. Oh man, Tech King, my shout out for the love, man. Yeah, I had the bag. Anybody remember that Motorola bag? Or them big old Nokia phones with it looked like the thing from the Muppets with the bottom of his mouth open up down there, just the bottom of his mouth. Like, remember that? Yeah, you don't remember that. You don't remember that. You don't remember that, man. You don't remember that. Remember that joint? The Nokia phone looked like one of the Muppets? You don't remember that, son. Nah, son, you don't remember that. Tech has come a long way, son. I'm telling you. It's almost like we have gotten so arrogant with this and we demand. However, I understand why we're demanding. I understand why we're demanding it. Because they're charging us top dollar for these phones, son. Top dollar. Pixel. Starting at $800. Come on, son. I understand why a person would be upset about that. I do. My first phone was a Panasonic G450. Looked like a detonator. Oh, man. So I know you remember the Nokia's communicators. Remember those? Flip open with the full keyboard up under there? Those is boss, man. Mobile Geezer, what's up? We're demanding because of the price. Yep, that's what I just said. Yep, we demanded it because of the price. They are charging us so much. No, man. No, Mark. No, son. Shout out to Mark for the super chat, man. No. Man. Nah, man. Try and get that going again, son. Shout out Tech Wiz. I appreciate the love, son. Mark, man, you got Hey, how you enjoying the camera though, Mark? You enjoying it, man? Hope you like it, man. It's a lot of fun. Mark won a giveaway on my other chat. Oh, you know what? Real quick, I wanna say I thank y'all, man. I want to thank y'all guys for getting me over 2,000 subscribers. Today, I went over 2,000 subscribers on my second channel. So, if you're not subscribed over there, I appreciate it. If you're not, that's fine if you're not. But I'm at 2,002 subscribers. I just went over 2,000 subscribers on the other channel, my car channel. So if you're not following me on my car channel, it's 392 Silver Bullet. I appreciate the love, and that's how it goes down. I just want to say thank y'all for getting me there, man. And that's, what else can I say? I'll buy you lunch when I see you. I will. The Razor flip phone. Oh yeah, Razor flip phone is still kind of newish, but yeah, I remember them from back in the day. Looking for somebody to comment too. Yeah, man, I'm happy about the car channel. What's my secondary channel? I'll comment on this other. I think I'm logged in over here. 392 Silver Bullet is my if you like Mopars or you like cars, I just put it in the chat. Click on that name right there, send it open in a second window, and you'll be able to subscribe there. Appreciate that, Donald, man. I appreciate you guys who show love on that channel, man, because I'm pretty much vlogging on that channel and just showing car shows, like our shows, and showing my cars and stuff like that. And that's kind of where it is, man. Yeah. No one talks about the Mate 20X anymore. Yeah, I just got done talking about that earlier, Kevin. You must not have been here. That Mate 20X will always be a champion, even if it's not like quote unquote talked about. I know what you're saying though. Like see the problem with that is that's what I was saying earlier. It dies down. Like tech changes every week, so phones cannot be future-proof. As good as some of these phones are, they just can't be future-proof. Man, TechWiz making it rain, man. Somebody make it rain real quick. I need to go buy me some Subway. I ain't work out today. Make it rain for me, y'all. Give me a Subway. I think Subway costs like, what, $6.99 for the foot long? Yeah, make it rain real quick. TechWiz been making it rain, man. Somebody buy me a Subway sandwich. Hey, you know what? Shout out to my man Viper, man. Viper is crazy, man. I rock with people silently. Like, I don't always comment and everything, but I rock with Viper, man, because he's original. He's staying in his lane, and he's doing it. And he's original with it, and I like him. And I'm not afraid to big up another man, you know what I'm saying, who's doing his thing. And Terry Warfield is another guy that I rock with silently, man. I just keep watching all these cats, man. I'm really feeling it, man. Yeah. What's this saying? Oh, man. Really, bro? Really, Anthony Scott? Really? Yeah, Mopar, no par. No par or no car? Yeah. Man, okay, here's a question. Gary Fox says, what are your top 2 phones, currently no price limit, and why? Woo! Okay, so, Kevin Cole, appreciate the donation towards my Subway sandwich, because I'm definitely going to hit that up. You know what I'm saying? It costs like $6.99, like $7.50 with tax. Appreciate everybody else who's donated to the super chat, man. But right now, I'm looking for donations for my Subway sandwich. All that other funding goes to phones. But check this out, though. I'm definitely, man, LeBaron, stop it, bro. Because you already know how I feel about WebOS. You trying to get on my good side. You trying to get on my good side, son. You know how I feel about WebOS. You know this. Ugh. I hate the way WebOS got done, son. It just, oh, man. My top budget phone right now is probably going to be the Pixel 3a XL or the Pixel 3a. Speaking of US devices, the 3a and the 3a XL, top of the line. Straight up boss killing flagships right now. Now, as far as my any limit, I don't have it yet. But the Xperia 1 is probably a phone I'm going to fall in love with, you know what I'm saying? And the G8, you know what I mean? And, you know, phones that I've had in the past that I definitely will bring back in, the Mate 20X, it's just too many of them, man. But right now, phones that I have, like right now, okay, so you know I got 4 phone lines, but I don't carry all 4 around. 2 of them stay stationary, and then the other 2 come with me. So I'm rocking with a Pixel, and I'm rocking with an iPhone right now. I've had my same iPhone 10 for, I don't know how long, since it came out. I've had this phone since it came out. It's been going on 2 years. Still work like a champ. Still work like brand new. No problems. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Get that sub. Shut the go, Brad. That Subway, son. Subway. Appreciate it, bro. Get my Subway now. Get that my little cardio on. You already know. Appreciate it. Man, always looking forward to the cut. Appreciate the love for the sub. That's like Subway for tomorrow, son. I appreciate that love. For real, for real. Man, Jack, appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, go Brad. Go Brad came up with the full amount for the Subway plus tax. Appreciate everybody else kicking in for tomorrow's Subway. Got love for the kid. I appreciate it, man. Hey George, I might be down your way, man. I'm trying to. If I get down that way, I'm gonna be out of town. I don't know if you said it earlier, but I'm gonna be out of town, so I might swing your way if I have time. Like on the return, like every time I go somewhere and I'm passing by George, I gotta stop. I'll be like, yo, I'm coming through, man. Let's have lunch. And so, you know, we go by the house. George, Mobile Geezer, my bad. Mobile Geezer. I just like to call him George. One of the coolest cats you could ever meet in person. Like, real talk. Straight up fan, man. We've hung out plenty of times, but he keeps it all the way. I mean, it's Jersey cat. Jersey guys got to get along. That's just what it is. Jersey guys got to get along. That's all it is. No doubt he's one of the coolest ever. I might be around your way. I'm not sure yet which way I'm driving, but if I am, you know I'm going to call you, so, you know, just be on the lookout if I ring you up. What's going on, Benny Blanco? What's up? No, man. I can't, man. I can't. I'm definitely going to get that Subway, though, son. For real. It says, it was only OS that could complete the iPhone at the time. Not sure how many missed it. I'm not going to, you know, the iPhones, man. You heard me say it 1,000 times. I really only use an iPhone because my entire family uses iPhones, pretty much. I would prefer to have all Android, but reality is I like iPhones, but I just can't use them for more than like a month straight through. So even though my SIM card stays in here, I'll like have it in my pocket and just have it plugged into iTunes or something in the car, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And if a phone call comes in. But predominantly, the main joint might be like the Android. Like I got 2 main lines, and then I got my 2 traveling lines and 1 desk and 1. Like so. The iPhones are here. iPhones are good, you know what I'm saying? But I just can't do it for an extended period of time. This will be on record. This is the longest I've ever had the same iPhone. Like literally. Same iPhone. Going on 2 years. From one Subway to another aficionado. From one Subway aficionado to another. Plus that's all my truck stops here. That's what's up, man. Appreciate it, Tech King Mike. Lou, I'm gonna butcher this for real, son. Luwohor. I appreciate it, man. I know I'm tearing your name up, son, but I appreciate the love. That's for sure. Yeah, we on that WebOS, man. That WebOS, man. It's just it got crapped all over, man. Hey, SBB40 has become like she's like following us all over the channel. I appreciate the love. I'll buy you lunch if I'm ever in your city, and that's how we get down over here. So I appreciate you stopping through, man. You have a good evening. Everybody say what's up and shout out and peace to SBB40. Mobile Geezer George said he's carries the 10R as his 3rd line. You see what I'm saying? Like so. People say I'm crazy. What's up, guy? He said J Will 4 times. Okay, what's up? The Pixel 3a is king. The Pixel 3a is like top of the line, killing flagships, if you will. If you gotta use, that's a way to say it in a sense that lets you know how good the phone is. I'm trying to rid myself of putting phones into different categories slowly but surely because I've learned just by using the Pixel 3a. I've learned that the processor doesn't matter, and that was my biggest gripe. The RAM doesn't matter. It's the hotness, man. I saw something up here, and am I going to review the Lenovo Z6 Pro? It's not on my radar, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's not on my radar, but everything's possible. Yeah, but George uses his 10R as his 3rd line. Yeah, and he obviously has 3 lines, you know what I'm saying? So, you from Trent? Tails B, I forgot you was from Trenton. You know I'm from Trenton, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and Tails, why we get along so well. Trenton in the house, man. You already know. Nothing against the South, you know what I mean? Nothing against the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? You know, East Coast is just where it's at, man. That's just what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Lethal Emperor 1 Snapdragon 670 is fast enough. I mean, look at the Moto Z4 that just dropped. It's got a Snapdragon 675. I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard nothing but good things about that device, man. I really was thinking about pulling the trigger. I was thinking about pulling that trigger. I don't know. But Subway gonna close on me in 45 minutes, son. So, like for real, for real. Jay, you good with me? You know about Destin? Oh yeah, bro. Destin is my vacation spot. If I'm not in the cabin in North Carolina, Destin, Florida, all day long. Hey, is it Wired Wednesday going down tonight or what? Because I know that's getting ready to start up in like 45 minutes. So I got time to run over here, grab this Subway. You know what I'm saying? Get this sandwich real quick. You know what I mean? Oh, I just get the turkey with vegetables. No, I like all the vegetables. Not all of them. I like lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, you know what I'm saying? Spinach on there, you know, banana peppers, and then the turkey. No swine, man. You gotta stay away from that swine if you can. Don't eat that pork. You know what I mean? Don't do it. It's bad on your kidneys, bad on your stomach, bad on your insides. The Moto E4 is right down here. Okay, Gigi, I'm gonna be in there, man. I'm gonna keep quiet, you know what I'm saying? Y'all start talking about bucket naked and getting bootylicious and all that other stuff, and I'll be like, wow, man, I gotta just keep quiet. I better not even comment, man. I came in on the stream last time and somebody's legs was in the air. So they was talking about put the legs on the shoulders. I was like, what the heck did I walk into, son? I felt like I was playing that one game. Was it Fortnite? I was like, she had no clothes on. I first started that game. I'm like, where her clothes at? Yeah, she ain't got no. She naked in this. Is this what video games have come to? They start off the game butt naked in the panties and bra. I'm like, whoa, what's the deal? I walked in on Easy Stream that last time, and I saw somebody talking about putting something in the. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, gotta go. I hung around for a minute. I had to leave and come back. Let that convo pass. You know I got love for y'all, like critters, play cousins and everything. But I was like, whoa. I saw somebody put their leg on the shoulder. I was like, oh no, son, I can't get caught up in, you know. Shout out to the team, the bag, phone, respect. What's up, Brad? I appreciate the love, Brad. Super chat all day. GG, don't you tell that lie. Now I done walked in on y'all, man. I done came in up on that stream, and I have heard y'all saying some crazy stuff, man. The most we've done is put our phones in our mouths. Well, I saw you do that before a long time ago, but man, I saw some stuff talking about some booties or something like that. I was like, I mean, talking about booties is fine. That's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, whoa, y'all was getting crazy on that last stream, man. I was like, whoa. I was there, but I was quiet. I was silent. I was like, I better hush mouth. I can't comment in here. I gotta stay on hush mouth on here, man. Y'all be getting bucky. Wow. Tech King Mike know what's up. He was in there too. He was in there. Man, look, man, I'm not gonna even. I was about to say, I saw Tech King Max said fat woman. I'm like, what the heck? He said he meant cat woman. I was like, what the heck? All right, man. All right. Subway closing in like 40 minutes. I'm gonna beat the streets up. Anybody remember that? I'm gonna beat these streets up. Man. Remember that? But man, y'all, I wanted to get my stream off before Easy and them got on, and then Tech Rant get ready to go on probably in a little while. Viper gonna be loud tonight. Sometimes I have like 4 monitors up, and I just be flipping between the two. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's all love, man. You guys are always on point. But like I said, if you wonder why I'm not on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out of town. I'm leaving in a couple days, and I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be traveling. So, yeah. Craig said, "Go Jay, go." Yeah, man. Well, look, what's going on in LeBaron? LeBaron say he innocent. Man, I gotta agree with GG and Just Wallace on that, bro. I done seen you in there cutting up before, bro. I seen you. I caught you. Don't do that. I done seen you. I done synced you, like them Southerners say. I done synced you. LeBaron was on one though that one time though. When he was walking down the before I get out of here, he was. What's up, Don? I appreciate the love, man. When he was walking down the street, or like you was walking down the street or something, you was streaming from the OnePlus. You was on one that day, though. I give it to you. You was on one. You was on your game that day. I appreciate you was representing hard that day. You was getting factual on, and I appreciate you. You was holding it down. You know what I'm saying? That's all love, though. All right, man. GG, you better get ready, and all y'all guys. Head over to. I know it's where everybody's going anyway, so I'll just go ahead and invite my members to go on over to Easy Stream. Seems like all of y'all just was in there anyway. Everybody's over here. It's always over there. So that's love. That's love, man. So while it's still daylight, I'm gonna push on up out of here, man. I appreciate the love, y'all. It's always good to kick back and hang with y'all, man. I plan on getting the white. I saw that Julio Mendoza white Xperia 1 is what I plan on getting. If I can't get that, I'm just going to grab that purple, son. I'm going to grab that purple. Team Pixel for the win, man. That Pixel 4, I got to get it regardless, so I'm Team Pixel. Team Sony, Xperia 1 team. I'm going to start that Xperia chat once that Purple Rain, you already know. I'm going to start that Xperia chat, man, once I get things going, man. Once I get my phone. I don't want to start the chat without my phone. I think that's kind of weird, but I'm going to get it going, man. So I'll see y'all over there in Eric's stream. GG. As long as you ain't putting your phone in your mouth no more, I'm gonna come stop through. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chill over there. You already know how I mess with you. Alright, y'all. I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming through.